Hey everybody, welcome to DreadLore's The Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
Ooh, the Red Writ.
Thank you to our cast members, Bill Bunkum, Andrea Elliott-Johnson, Daniel Hulker, Drizzle, and Ken Howl. Thanks for the score, guys, to all lowercase letters and Mr. Interrupt.
Thanks.
And our Patreon members, you can visit us at patreon.com/DreadLore. Tim Roberts, Daniel Hulker, and Nostalgic. And thank you to CouchFireMedia.com. You got to put the www in there; it won't work. So that seems just like some bad web design.
www. Big W.
Also to Trois Productions. Welcome into the headspace and reality of the Red Writ. We stream live on Twitch every Monday at 7-ish.
Eastern Standard.
I know it says 7:15 at the top right there, but
whatever, man.
It's really 7. So
time is a flat circle, dude. It's a flat fucking circle.
Loki controls it now.
Loki. Is that what happened? Anyway, go on, sir. I'll shut up.
Don't. I think it's your turn to start talking. I didn't.
Yeah, the way that you pronounce Trois-Rible, you have to think of it like a drunk Irish person. And you pretty much get it. Everyone practice at the same time.
Trois-Rible.
God, that's good.
Trois-Rible.
You're muted. It sounded even better, Andrea.
Hey, let's I'm not muted.
Yeah, you were. Don't you tell me that you were.
Hulker talk. I wasn't. Hulker just has a much, more resounding voice than I.
Let's introduce ourselves. We'll start with you, Andrea.
Yo, I'm Andrea Elliott-Johnson. I play Leah Mizrahi, who is a former IDF soldier and Mossad agent who moved to Detroit for a more peaceful life and apparently chose wrong.
Drizzle.
I'm Drizzle. I play Simon Vincent, a hard-boiled detective who used to be a cop and took early retirement and is now just a PI.
Ken.
I play a character called Nord Zetterberg. He's a journalist and a smart person, and he's smart, and he does a lot of drugs and stuff.
But he's not from Canada. He kind of sounds like he's from Canada right now.
No, he's from Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Sweden. Not Switzerland.
No,
not the same fucking country.
Not.
Sweden, Switzerland, please. Everybody knows it's the same place. Hulker.
My name is Daniel, and I play Tony Cerniak, a former priest who is now a border guard and makes the lives of Canadians just a little less convenient.
Very
indeed. Who's our sponsor tonight?
Tonight's sponsor is Perito McPerzalot, a lone male Varanus komodoensis, i.e. a Komodo dragon. Perito McPerzalot is a bachelor dragon looking for love, swaying back and forth, looking for the one lady dragon he could settle down with, the one that he would never run off from a group kill. Perito contacted me after a devastating 2-year relationship with what he thought was the love of his life, but it turned out to be a water monitor who scammed him out of half of a feral pig. When Perito first contacted me via telegraph, he had no name. He didn't even have a concept of what a name was, so I had to spend a few weeks explaining it to him. I chose the name Perito McPerzalot because despite his rough exterior devoid of anything that would shield his ectothermic body from the fullness of the outside world, there lies within him a softer side near his 3-chambered heart. And that softer side is probably a half-digested rabbit. So I took it upon myself to help Perito find a mate under the condition that he sponsored tonight's session. And to this proposal, he has lent his enthusiastic support. So if anyone out there happens to be a Lady Komodo dragon, Perito McPersalot will ensure that you never ever resort to parthenogenesis to produce your next clutch of eggs. You can find Perito at the next deer corpse.
Well, that is genius. You know, female lady dragons, male lady dragons, whatever lady dragons. I have a feeling this guy goes for anybody who's awesome.
He's kind of a freak, especially with his tongue.
Jesus, we're the Dreadies. We're playing DreadLore. DreadLore is a tabletop role-playing game system that focuses on immersive and cooperative storytelling. If you don't know what that is, it's okay. You can go to dreadlore.com and find out everything. You can connect with us on Instagram, find out everything. Our current campaign is the Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
Imagine Detroit 1982. You hear that? Where some weird things are going on, but only a few people are seeing it. You guessed it, a small group of people, our players, have found themselves in the middle of it. An ancient horror, the unknown, a twisted fate. Something within each of them compels them to search on for the truth, even if it means the worst. Join us as we discover the Red Writ.
The Red
The
Writ.
Red Writ.
We have one other player. She is a non-player character, figment of our imagination, named Mariah Mizrahi. Leah, would you like to introduce Mariah?
Yeah, she's my daughter she's 12, yeah?
Going on 30, yeah.
Yeah. She's a tough little spitfire, though admittedly, apparently this has all been weighing on her a little bit. Which is understandable. Seen a lot of stuff the last week or so. How long has this actually been?
Like 3 days.
3 days.
So
1 month is a day. It's some serious time dilation. Yeah. And in fact, that's where we're going to start with Mariah leaping upon the waiter, the awful waiter at the Hideaway Jazz Club. He had come back into the back where the storerooms and the office was. It seemed like he was actually immediately going to the office. He had spoken previously to Leah, stating that you all had a reserved table at this place that you'd never been. Recalling Lady Callie's not quite veiled threat that she and her brood were waiting on you all. As William, apparently his name is, he's a waiter, bartender, barista guy who moonlights as an actor and apparently plays tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. I hear he's come out with a new tabletop role-playing game system. Anyway, regardless, however meta and conceited you want William to be, he bursts into the back and gives Simon and Tony some shit for just being in the wrong place. Simon had asked him if there was a bathroom, and of course, in typical Los Angeles fashion, despite you being in Detroit, what's up with there not being any public restrooms? Oh my God. So channeling this, William's like, go to hell. You're not dressed to use the bathroom, and you're the help. So you got to go out back. It was an awesome exchange. You can check out that exchange everywhere. Anyway, suddenly Mariah, the 11-year-old daughter of Leah, leaps upon his chest like a Japanese animation monster and begins stabbing him in the chest with a kitchen knife. She's currently covered in blood. Immediately, because you guys are right there, it looks like superficial wounds, but she's not stopping. William is screaming. This is the world action. Anybody spend cunning?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Should we play the intro or just wait till next
You know
week?
what? That's a good ellipsis. Who spins cunning intro, and then we'll get back into it.
We'll be right back.
Hey. That's the world action. So who spins cunning?
I do.
Raise thy hands. Say hello. All right. So it is. All right. You guys go. You decide when you go. Everyone's the monster, right? They're all enemies. She's grappled onto William, stabbing him with her little girl arms, 11-year-old girl arms. But she's actually kind of tough. Blood is going everywhere.
I spent cunning, so I'm going to grab her from around back. And I'm assuming she's using her right hand. And
yeah, is she left or right-handed, Leah?
We'll say she's always been a special child. So she's left-handed.
Yep. So she's stabbing with the left, grappling with the right.
Okay. Then I will go. I will grab her left hand and then come around and scoop her from behind and pull her off of William.
What do you bid to do it?
I'm going to bid strong.
Yeah, you are a grown ass man. Hard-boiled detective who's strong, and she is 11 years old. You rip her free easily from atop William as he is looking down at himself. His shirt is all, his white shirt is all ripped up, similar to that picture. That's exactly what he looks like. Kind of looks like Tony Hinchcliffe in a weird way. Anyway, as he's looking at himself, there's almost this, like he's startled. There's almost this thought that's like, is he more startled at his shirt being ripped, or the fact that he's just been stabbed several times? You see several lacerations, maybe a laceration on his face. Topical. As you pull Mariah off, kicking. What are you doing? What are you doing, Simon? He's got to get away.
Calm down. And Nord, help him. And I will duck into the office door. I'll open the door and like drag her in there. I'll get this girl calmed down. You help him.
As Simon, you with your elbow maybe push down on the knob, shoulder into this office, which you had not been into. It was the office that William was actually going to go into. Gung, gung. As you walk in, the door shuts behind you. It's on one of those little swing, arm things. I don't know what those are called. Hydraulic arms. Has like the door at the bottom has like the weight on it, so it shuts. So it's the clack, 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 clack. It's cold in here, air conditioning cold, very dry. You hear like a humidifier. This is a back room office of a restaurant. That's exactly what it looks like. It's always messy. There's boxes. There's like supplies and stuff. Imagine like a high school desk, a lamp, an old computer. I don't think the 8088 had come out yet. This is one of those PCs that like a Commodore 64. Is that right? No. Yeah, it's got like a television as the monitor, right? No hard drive, typewriter on the desk, all sorts of bits and pieces for, accounting. And sitting at the desk is a man you've seen before, the commandant. Outside in the hallway, Leah, you spent cunning. You see the door close shut. You do not see what Simon saw.
So Leah will. She'll actually go up to the bartender or not the bartender, the waiter, and see how he's doing.
He's spits on his lips. He's flustered and blustering, looking down at his clothes, astonished. He's clearly in shock. Fears on his face as he looks up at you, sweating. I didn't bring another shirt. Huh.
Oh no, how terrible for you. Well, you know what you should do? You should go home and you should get another one. I mean, you wouldn't want to work on such an important night without the proper attire, would you?
I can't go home. All the guests are out there.
Hey, she'll pat her hand on his chest. Shush. Now it's okay. I can help. I can take care of your job for you. You need to go home and you need to get your proper shirt.
What do you bid?
For this one, we're gonna bid Cloak and Dagger.
Okay. We'll have you throw down on this.
Okay.
He's been well conditioned into the rat race. This is his privilege to work for people and do their jobs for them. It's a privilege, and he's not lazy. This man puts in 45 hours a week, making $2.13 an hour. Actually, back in 82, it's probably less than that.
All right, so what do you...
We'll say the threshold is 2 on this.
So it's going to be, what, mind?
Yeah, mind or wits. Either one. You want 2 for
That's
limbo? 3? All right, clean success. You can see he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to get in trouble. How do you convince him to leave?
Leah, let me think about this. Hold on. Leah will basically lean up to him and get real close to his ear. We could go back to my place after you get done with work.
It's been a long time. I'll be back in a little while as he runs onto the back. All right, well, there we go with that. Nord, are you dropping cunning as well? You did not. All right, so Leah, anything else out here? You see Nord and Tony.
Well, I will say at that point, now that he's hopefully taken care of, Leah will actually go in and check on her daughter.
As you open the office door, you're starting to open it up. Right. Antagonist's turn. Leah, as you move in, you see the scene. Simon, what are you doing? You've had a moment to react. What does Leah see?
So I come in and I will have Mariah give me the knife, and I will be standing up and pushing her behind me to get in between her and the commandant.
When you ask Mariah for the knife, 1, she calms down immediately, having seen the commandant. 2, she hands it to you so fast it makes a slapping sound in your palm, and she gets behind you. Leah, you walk in and you see Mariah behind Simon, as he looks up at you with a look on her face of, it is a mixture of surprise and fear that's in there, but really it's what do we do is on her face. As the commandant, the man that you shot in the head and killed, is standing at the desk at the little typewriter. It looks comical because he's so big, his shoulders are so wide, and there's this normal sized typewriter. Imagine like a NBA basketball player, how when they palm a basketball, how it's just goofy looking. That's what it is. As he puts both hands on the desk. The whole thing rattles with the metal of it. He slowly stands up. Well. I see you've arrived. Have a seat. He waves a meaty claw of a hand, and there's a couple seats. Has a very, you are employees. Do you get the raise or not vibe? Outside, Nord and Tony, you guys are in the hallway. Nord, you're next to the doorway that leads to the front room. Tony, you're facing Nord. Behind you, Tony, is the storeroom and the kitchen and all that stuff. More hallway that leads into the guts of this building. In the main room, there's an applause. The squelch of a microphone, sounds of musicians moving on stage. Something is happening and people are applauding. You might notice that even though it was low lit out there, low lighting, the lighting goes down even further. The action's on the players.
I wonder if that's Levi getting ready to sing.
Levi?
Yeah, she's like the jazz singer that we were supposed to talk to, who had some information about what was happening tonight. We heard this a long time ago. I wanted to kind of disrupt her like I disrupt you from reading books, from singing, because I'm a little concerned that she might start singing and brainwashing everybody. Does anybody seem to notice or care that this guy's been stabbed? And did he take off, William?
So William, you still see him. He's moving down the back alley behind Tony. He's gone into the storeroom on the antagonist turn, and he's grabbing some of his things. Very rushed. It seems like he's probably noticed that he's covered in blood at this point. Confused, his mind is jostled by what Leah said, and it looks like he's about to make for the kitchen to go out, maybe the back door. You're not sure. You haven't been back there yet.
All right. William ran off?
Good.
Yeah, he rushed past you.
I was going to have him make me a double shot soy latte with a couple of extra syrups, and I wasn't going to leave anything in the tip jar.
You go to hell! You hear him shout.
Do I see that bag of guns that Simon had with him?
I don't think so, unless he dropped it.
Tony had them, because I was carrying Mariah.
I got him.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm going to grab a shotgun out of that.
Yeah, action's on you. You guys describe what you're doing.
And my pistol that with the 38 with the.
You want to take anything else? This is really heavy.
I have your special pistol. It is actually on me.
Okay,
it's
just the shotgun.
It's in my pocket. Yeah.
All right. I think.
I mean, beyond my work weapon,
do I see any like paper towels or napkins or like any paper?
No, you're in the hallway right now.
I'm in a hallway.
Yeah, you're in the hallway. You got to get to the storeroom or something like that.
Okay, so I feel like I want to go deeper into I saw that Leah and Simon ran into a room. I guess I'm going to follow them into that room.
Okay, the room is directly next to you. That is the office. It says office on it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You grab a shotgun out of this bag. I'm assuming this is just a bag, right? Like a cloth bag. I'm assuming it's like a rucksack.
Like a duffel bag or something. It's whatever. It's the bag that we collected all the items from the Blue Hand group of people.
I'm gonna follow you in there, Nord.
It's the bag that Idaway left for me. So
I see.
Which had the dice and that sort of stuff in it.
It was a big like Vietnam vet style duffel bag or rucksack is what it is. So it cinches at the top. Yeah, Nord, you lift this. If there were cameras, it would look like you guys are about to do a fucking school shooting. As you get this fucking shotgun out. Yeah, we're going ham on this bitch. As you start passing out guns, open up an office and roll in. Tony, you right behind. Cancelled. Anyway. The scene. You hear an applause, cheers, that is muffled by thick walls, brick walls, and concrete. The lights in here flicker. Ding, 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 ding. The lamp, the Edison bulb style lamp, yellow amber light flickers as you guys walk in, and you see the scene as I described it. The commandant, who has been shot in the head before, apparently he's okay now, is slowly standing up, kind of bent at the waist, looking up. He's gesturing towards the 2 seats in front of the desk. There's a couple seats behind. Think of like school cafeteria chairs, like plastic. Door rattles behind you as it shuts. All of you may roll sanity. As the commandant smiles and he takes off his sunglasses, and you see the heterochromia eyes, purplish where there should be white, dark veins around. He looks sickly. He looks otherworldly. He looks unnatural. As the light flickers again, shadows dance around the room. There's almost a feeling that people are around you, in the walls, staring, waiting for something. Oh, you've arrived. Have a seat, you all. What'd you guys get?
4.
Hold up your successes.
Can I
You can do all the stuff you can
bid?
normally do.
I would like
bidding, just like always.
Yeah. Can I bid hide to activate the when plans go awry?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be I don't know what the threshold is, but
No, you don't.
it's 4 at this point. Successes.
Is that what you're going to stick with?
I guess so. Well, I mean, when plans go awry, takes a failure and turns it. So yeah, 4 I think is what it is.
Yeah, it takes an utter failure, makes it a normal failure, and a failure and makes it. I actually don't think it. I think it's only an utter failure, and it gives you the +2, because going from failure to limbo is pretty. That's the same thing as breath, so it doesn't do that. But it would, if you roll 2 1s, it definitely removes that.
Oh no!
And then it gives you the bonuses that you have into it, which I think is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys sticking with 4. Simon, you got 3, and Tony, you're sticking with 0.
Can I bid a proficiency?
Yeah, to reroll.
Yeah. I will bid expression.
Do it.
2 successes.
Nice. That's a really good expenditure of a resource. Is that what you're going to stick with? You'll note I'm not telling you guys the threshold for this one.
12.
You say 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12. It's not 12.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with it.
All right, so you're at 2. We're at 4. Simon, you're at 3. Nord, you're at 4. Threshold is 2. So if you got over 2 successes, you succeed, clean success. If you got 4, you get a narrative point. As with the shadows dancing around, those of you that got the narrative point, something dawns on you. There's an illusion. Maybe you don't quite understand it. Maybe you do. You interpret it how you want. But you know, you're seeing, it's like smoke and mirrors. There's something that he's doing or has done that has cast an illusion on you, but you're seeing through it. Clean success. Despite what is happening in the room, for some reason, fear is not gripping you. You've seen so much stuff. This is nothing. It's unnerving that he's standing there. There's a lot of questions. But your brain doesn't explode. Anyone spend cunning? That was the world action.
I'll spend cunning.
He just wants to ask you about your job. Yeah. All right. Actions on you if you spent cunning.
Leah will actually very confidently stride over and sit in the chair and cross her legs and look him dead in the eye and say, "Well, Mr. Lazarus, you look rather hale for a dead man. How'd that feel, by the way?"
There's a bit of a expression that crosses his face. What do you bid to do this, to goad this man?
I'm gonna bid interrogator.
I'll have you go ahead and throw down.
Okay. Would it be wits?
Wits or mind? Nord, what are you doing since you dropped some cunning?
So that's 3 successes.
Nord, what are you doing?
10. What does a 10 get me again?
10 gives you flair, so you regain something you've exhausted. Not cunning, not breath.
Does it look like he's a human? Does he look real? Is he a projection?
Yeah, he looks human. He doesn't look like a hologram. You've heard of those.
Yeah, I've heard of holograms, but I mean, there's no anything. He's a physical being.
You saw holograms in Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, which just came out.
Yeah, so
but
he's
they were blue.
Blue,
were
and
blue.
He doesn't have the shaky.
No.
I mean, no, he doesn't have any of that.
No, he looks pretty real. But then again, what do you bid? To maybe no.
To bid,
Something
I will bid my addict gift to see if he is real and to activate the scent of colors.
Sure. Go ahead and throw down. Leah, what are you you're just trying to goad him, yeah?
Mostly just banter, but yeah.
What's the effect you're going for on the fiction here?
I am trying to put him on the back foot in terms of him maybe not expecting someone to be so cavalier about him rising from the dead.
As with 3 successes, you see his lip twitch and he shifts some of his weight. You notice when he shifts his weight, there's no sound or creak on the floorboards. It seems like whatever his confidence was has been shaken a little bit as he's staring at you, maybe not knowing what to do or how to approach what's happening. Nord, how many successes did you get?
4.
as you're looking at him. So 4 is limbo on this. Do you want to add anything to it? This is a yes, but you're going to get information.
I'm holding a shotgun, so I look relatively threatening. Can I bid the shotgun?
Absolutely.
So I think that's a D6. I don't think there's any.
If there's nothing on it, then it's a D4.
It's a D4. That's all right. So there's nothing on it, as far as I know. So no. It's a long shot. That is a 4, though.
No pun intended.
So it's 5 successes.
Yeah. With 5 successes, you get a clean success. But you're looking at him, and there's something odd. You catch it in the light. It's like that scene in Blade Runner where he's like going through the little scanning thing, and he sees the reflection. You realize smoke and mirrors. He is not standing at the desk. This is a reflection of some sort. As you're looking, it's not a hologram, but it is mirrors. Somehow, his image is being projected there.
I'm gonna just pass through him like he's not there.
As Nord walks around the desk, you see him, the commandant, kind of move back as Nord passes through him, and Nord, to your guys' eyes, disappears. You 3 can either bid or throw down for a sanity roll as Nord walks behind a desk and disapparates.
I'm going to bid stoic.
Bid unscathed.
I am going to bid look the other way.
As Tony, you happen to be looking up to the side. Maybe there's like a cockroach, and you're like, ah! And you look up, and Nord is gone. You other 2, you're unfazed by this. You know something is up. Maybe even feel yourself kind of jerk up, realizing what's
the gun gone too?
Yeah, it's all gone. Nord, as you round the corner, an odd thing. It's like being in a fun house. You see there's a wall here with a mirror. It's slanted. And you see the commandant. This is like the end of that Bruce Lee movie, Enter the Dragon. You know what I'm talking about? Like the mirrors that go tung, 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 tung. And you see the commandant's reflection and then your reflection and such. As there's a hallway that goes into the back, snakes around. And I literally mean like the coil of a snake. As you see him, and you guys will see the commandant like disappear into nothingness. As Nord, he's running. The action is on the bad guys. The commandant runs. You hear from down a hallway echoing, gong, 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 and he yells, begin, begin, gong, gong, gong. Action's on you guys. Music starts outside.
I am gonna yell at everyone, it's not real. And then I'm gonna say, if you don't want to go insane, I'd cover your ears, because I think, and maybe start yelling, let's go after him, and see what happens.
Simon, you notice the clock on the wall, big grandfather clock looking thing, except 80s style, so it's like thin and it hangs on the wall. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It says 11:30 p.m.
Okay.
There's the back face of it is astrology, and you see how where the moon should be, it's this massive full moon, and it's directly in where the equinox will be.
Okay. I'm
Action's
going
on you
to
guys.
pick up Mariah and tell her to sing, and to sing as loud as she can, whatever she
What
wants
should
to.
I sing?
Whatever you want to.
Have you heard me sing?
I don't care. And I'm sure it's beautiful, and I will start to run with her down the hallway after Nord.
I just
Leah will follow them. Leah will follow them.
I don't know the words to that song. Put a dick in my mouth. No. Anyway. She's singing some 1980s, actually late 70s Christmas song. It's kind of like discoed out. It's not very good.
No.
Leah, roll a d12. We'll see how good of a singer she is.
8.
Shit, she could have a career. As it turns out, Mariah can kind of sing. She could use some lessons.
Leah will immediately, follow after them.
Okay. If you guys want to hustle and get somewhere in a hurry or have an effect on things, you have to bid. Otherwise, you're moving behind Nord. Nord is in the lead, holding a shotgun.
As I catch up to Nord, I'm going to reach into my pocket and give him back his snub nose.
Passing off the handle.
And I'll slip it in my chest holster. Or my
shoulder holster.
Shoulder holster.
Like RoboCop.
Yeah.
Is anyone bidding anything? You're just moving down the hallway.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bid Vagabond to try to keep up and catch up to this creature. I feel like this is a weirdy hallway.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And I'm going to weirdy through it.
Have you guys seen Enter the Dragon, the end of it?
It's been a long time.
God.
No.
Have you seen Conan the Destroyer?
Yeah.
It's just it's kind of a Pepper's Ghost magic hallway thing. I know what you're talking about. A Pepper's Ghost is what they use in Haunted Mansion to make the ghosts in the ballroom scene look invisible.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's it.
It's just,
and it's like in a fun house where like it's very easy to lose your way, and to know where the turns are and everything.
It's kind of a trope at this point. I feel like
this is the 1980s, 1982.
Yeah, a lot of shows do the funhouse thing and chases.
But this is 1982. This is the reason that all the shows do it. They copied me. Okay. They copied me. I didn't copy them. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Go to hell.
Yeah, but they were doing, I think it was Scooby-Doo, like had the funhouse mirrors and they got it from somewhere. I mean, that's...
Yeah. When did Scooby-Doo
got it from DreadLore? I don't know.
They got it from
DreadLore. 1981 DreadLore.
Well,
right.
Scooby-Doo did more so the British comedian run through different doors thing.
Right.
Yeah, they did that too.
What was the?
But they did the weird mirrors. Like that was the. It wasn't like.
I think that was in the intro. I don't think I ever saw that in an actual episode.
It
probably was. Someone in the compounds. Someone in the comments could be like, "Dude, it was like episode 32, like season 5. What the fuck's wrong with you?" Whatever. Fine. It's not mirrors. It's like tinted glass. Whatever.
It's great. No, I love smoke and mirrors. I mean, clearly, it's a trait that I have. That's my favorite thing. I would have used smoke and mirrors if I hadn't have already used it for something else.
I will, since Nord is bidding, I will bid in the fog, which is one of my flaws to keep up with him.
Love that one. Yep. You guys are long lugging it around. You find yourself running into the mirrors. It's annoying because, it's an optical illusion, but you're able to catch yourself right before you slam into them. There's perhaps the thought, how in the world, like, this had to be built after, or was it before and they built the hideaway around it? Like, are you guys actually still in the hideaway? The sound of the music is now around you to the side as you kind of bend around the corner. There's a few steps that go down, and the music is above you. You realize you're going underneath the dance floor. Tony, are you chasing them or are you running with Leah?
I just heard a voice. I just heard Nord tell me to cover my ears and say something to not hear any more noise, right?
Yep.
So I will squat down and I will cover my ears and I will say, face to face, out in the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. They stack the odds till we take the street for the kill with the skill to survive. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival.
You know,
and the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
You know, I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've ever actually heard the lyrics of that song. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Are you singing it or are you just saying it like that loudly?
I'm saying it like that loudly.
I see. You find yourself alone in the office. Hands over ears, cupped over the ears, squatted down in the corner. On the so the doorway would be to your left, and you're in this corner. They disappeared behind apparently a mirror in the desk. Meanwhile, the rest of you running, Mariah's angelic voice singing some 1970s style Christmas song. She won't be singing a Christmas song. She'll be singing what's that Michael Jackson song?
Staying Alive.
What's the Michael?
Thriller?
No,
wouldn't it be Thriller?
Thriller would be. It's not 84.
Oh, is it too early for Thriller? So
I think it's
like,
too early for Thriller, or 86, or I think Thriller's
talk
later.
about ABC 1, 2, 3.
There you go. That's what she's doing. Mixed with the most sultry voice that comes over the microphone. You can't quite hear what this voice is saying, but the music is going. It's slow, silky jazz, heavy bass. You know, doom, 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 doom. Jazz drums, a horn comes in, and just sleepy time music. Sounds really good, but it's being disrupted by the Jackson 5 being performed by Mariah. All right, let's take a short break since half of you are gone.
Oh, yeah, there are a number missing.
Yeah, let's do a
right,
5-minute break. I'll make some coffee,
Sure.
and we'll come back for this next scene or next encounter. Okay.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to say that before we go, Harry Bunkum asks us not to slouch. We aren't slouching at this time and place because we're not even here.
Thank you, Harry Bunkum.
And so that is about it. Other than, go ahead and like, follow, share, and if you like this content, you can go ahead and get your coffee. I'm just gonna.
You're gonna do that?
Like,
what do we had something instead of saying liking and subscribing, we were gonna do something else though. What was it?
Yeah, we were.
I forget what it was.
I wrote it down.
I wrote it down too. It's completely gone from my mind.
And then promptly forgot about it.
What was it? Shit. We're gonna be doing the after hours podcast. Later. And what else was it? There was some other call to action. It wasn't subscribing and liking.
It was like join our Patreon because there's some stuff we need.
I really cannot remember what it was.
Huh.
Man. Oh, well. Hey, like and subscribe. All right, I'm going to get some coffee. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Andrea, we're going to take a short break.
We're taking a short break. So